What do you get when you mix 21 virgins and the creators behind Love Island?
I haven't lost my virginity because I don't lose. Period.
Virgin Girl Power Unite!
Yes, we've got a brand new island dating show, but this time it's
extra virgin.
So welcome to the show Are You My First? Hosted by one person from the Bachelor franchise who was heavily remarked on for her open sexuality, and another person from the Bachelor franchise who was heavily remarked on for his closed sexuality.
You're a virgin.
Yes.
Maybe you're the first gay bachelor and we don't even know.
No.
And also some other things. But the reason we've convened here is to see if this gaggle of virgins are ready to finally find love and round the bases all the way home. And all of these folks are virgins for different reasons. Some say they just haven't found love. Some have other reasons.
To me, sex is scary because penises are scary looking. They're literally like, no.
Some have medical conditions like Rachel here, who, yes, she's a virgin. We're all having the thought, let's just get it out now and move past it.
Nobody believes I'm a virgin when I tell them. I don't know what people think virgins look like, but I don't think they look like this.
So Rachel has vaginismus, which, if you're unaware, is a condition where even if your mind is willing and your heart is ready, down there, your body is essentially going, "You shall not pass!" And everything tightens up, which can be painful and upsetting. So essentially, she's out here looking for someone very specific.
Do you think that any of the men are virgins because they have micro peens?
You know what? They can work for me because integration isn't for me anyway, so yeah. Give me a microbead!
But really, the most common cause for the virgin takeover of this resort is that they're mostly Yeah, this season's gonna be like the second coming of Joseph Smith, but without the coming part. Oh, and then there's Michael here, who's a comedian, so that should pretty much explain his reason. And boy, is this man just oozing Riz. And note that I said Riz, not the other word that rhymes with Riz.
I'm Michael.
Hi, Rachel.
Nice to meet you, Rachel.
I'm
Rachel is by far the best looking girl, in my opinion. Epic boob, really great smile.
You know what, this show is a first for me too, because I don't think I've ever heard someone say epic boob in a reality TV dating show and end up successful. Because Michael apparently heard it when Rachel said, "Give me a microbead!" And he went, ooh, I'm getting in there. As these two become one of the most solid couples this whole season. I mean, this man's about to have a whole army of other guys out here taking notes going, okay, epic boob, that line totally works. But okay, this season is actually pretty standard reality TV dating stuff. There are challenges, winners get dates in the form of V-cards, so you can finally give someone your V-card, because the show is very tongue-in-cheek, minus the tonguing and cheeking. They even have a virgin cocktails only bar. And then every few days, there's a virgin sacrifice, where people are sent home for various reasons, like maybe they're not in a couple or they get voted out. However, I'll warn you, the previews for this are wildly misleading. Like, just look at some of the lines we get.
I'm gonna give her the best night of her life.
I wish that I would have saved that for someone really special.
I definitely could see myself losing my virginity.
Time to man up.
Not really a virgin.
But in reality, in this moment, she's talking about a boat date gone wrong, and he is making a joke at a roast. Oh, and don't get me started on this proposal shot. However, there are 3 couples that make it to the end of this thing, and I want to try and focus on them. I mean, there is a whole plethora of other relationships, like Noah here, who's into Maddie, and also Carissa, but then another virgin Bachelor alumni, Mike from Katie's season, comes in and takes Carissa on a date.
Yeah, I'm seething.
Today was supposed to be Carissa Day, and then this new guy comes in. She's on a date with some dreamboat guy. I'm like, okay.
Just great, another hunk. Stupid. Who cares? Just hunks. Turns out, just hunks. Who wants to be a hunk?
So Noah gets mad at Carissa and essentially gets her voted out at the first virgin sacrifice, even though she's in a couple, and Mike's like, well, okay, guess I'll just not enjoy my time here. But then new girl Brooklyn comes in, and she is LDS, aka And so fellow LDS cast members Noah and Andrew are turning their heads, despite Andrew just the night before at that first sacrifice fighting to save a woman named Katya and then telling her this.
Obviously I want you to stay and I want to continue our connection. I'm all in for you. I don't even want to talk to the other girls.
But oh, when Brooklyn comes in like the next day, he basically takes all that back and says,
I told you, like, you're my #1 and deepest connection.
Yeah.
But then, like, I'm #1 pursuing her because I need to explore that.
That was not said.
Okay.
Which is a little bit BS, like there are 2 categories here, #1 person and #1 person you're courting. But of course, in reality, he just wants Brooklyn but doesn't want to seem like an ass. Meanwhile, Noah is friends with Andrew and he doesn't want to break the bro code, even though Brooklyn actually likes Noah better. So in the end, Noah dumps everybody and at the last second tries to get with Katya, saying their friendship could blossom into more, and she basically goes, nope.
I refuse to be less than anyone's first choice, let alone anyone's last resort.
So with none of them being in a couple, they all get eliminated, except for Brooklyn, who's allowed to stay because she essentially had just arrived on the show. Now there is also a big love triangle revolving around this man, Godwin, who right away hits it off with Jade here until he says this.
I love coming home and my woman is like, got food made for me, and I was coming home to like some home-cooked dinner. I believe that, you know, the man is to be the head of the family. The woman is there to like, you know, to be a helpmate.
Well, that turns Jade off, and so she goes and has a relationship with yet another Mormon, Ty. And while Ty treats her well, she's just ultimately not attracted to him. So on one end, she's got this emotional attachment, and on the other, a physical attraction. Meanwhile, Godwin starts dating a woman named Dea, but when they go on their first date, she's trying to give him every opportunity to kiss her, but the vibes on his end are pretty weird.
I'm not even. I'm gonna see.
You got this.
I got.
Oh, you got kissy mark.
It was so great.
It was great.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, and then when they start talking about it, because it's very noticeable, Godwin says he's holding back because...
I don't allow myself to do that is because what if tomorrow there are other sparks elsewhere? Right, you know me, Jade, where it's like,
Oh, dang! You're planning
No, listen, no.
Anyway, of course, this all ends in a mess, where Dea self-eliminates, and Jade, at the final sacrifice, has to choose which guy she's into, and she says... nope. And so she also self-eliminates, because why pick someone if there's only an emotional connection one way and only physical the other? She's waited long enough anyway, why not wait a little longer for the right person? But okay, the most interesting part of the season, in my opinion, comes closer to the end, where just 3 couples make it. First, Michael and Rachel, yes, they do make it, because she essentially goes all in on him right away. But then he has to leave cause a family member passed away. However, Rachel waits for him, and then a few days later, he comes back.
The person who died told me, I want you to go on a reality show, and I want you to be famous for never busting a nut. So I wanted to come back here and just honor his truth.
Then there's Brooklyn, who after that whole Noah-Andrew situation, finds Lane here, who's never had a girlfriend. Really? Again? More virgin hot people who haven't been in relationships? But yeah, this is a really late relationship. And then, finally, there's Jake and Sarah. She says she's been waiting as she's had to focus on her studies and is also holding out for love, while Jake says he's been waiting because of his Christian faith. Now it becomes pretty obvious that these two are not entirely experienced in the dating world. She has only been kissed once, and it was more of a bite and bleeding situation than anything else, and she's also never been on a date before, ever. So it's a big deal when she finally gets to go on one after winning a challenge.
Oh gosh, what are you doing? Oh.
Yeah, it was awkward.
But then things get confusing for Sarah, because after the date, Jake sits her down and says,
I think one thing I've realized
I'm not really a fan of PDA.
However, immediately after that, he kisses her at the next sacrifice. So Sarah doesn't know what to think. Is he cool with PDA? Is he only cool with it on his terms? Am I just going along with his needs and nothing is being done or said about mine? So while other couples are learning more and more about each other and making steps towards some physical intimacy,
Yeah, no,
Focus on
I'm
us.
excited to get to the next steps or
See me naked.
see your boobs.
Sarah and Jake are moving further apart, and things all culminate in what the show calls the big finish, where the final couples get to live in the same room for a couple of days, video chat with family, and then ultimately decide if they want to continue their relationship outside of this. But the whole cohabitation thing is a bit of a no-no for Jake.
I know this is sounding really crazy. If there is only one bed, I might sleep on that before.
Even if, like, the bed is huge, like, I could just put, like, a crap ton of pillows between us. No?
Ah, how romantic. Lucky for Jake, though, there is a couch bed sort of thing, so at least he gets to be like,
What a cute bench.
Thanks, that's my bed. Really? Because it seems pretty narrow and short. It's actually a lot bigger than it seems. Look at this.
See? He fits perfectly.
And then I get to see you
See with my
with no
glasses.
makeup on. Yeah.
My glad, nope,
No
no
makeup on.
My glasses are huge.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
I don't have my glasses. I lost the prescription.
yeah, these two are doomed.
Give each other a kiss on the lips. Just how just to know how
You ever had a dream that you do
how just
you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
how do you do this?
And even Sarah's mom is not feeling the relationship, although her list of wants from a future son-in-law is less LDS and more UFC.
Do you know how to fight?
Do I know how to fight? No, I don't know how to fight.
We're gonna need to get you in some lessons or something, because you know this is like my most prized possession right here. So if some stuff pops off, I need somebody who's gonna be able to protect her.
Oh, and when he says he's not even getting physical with her daughter, yeah, she's going,
I would cuddle, and cuddles would lead into a little bit more things.
So you don't have self-control. That's what you're basically saying.
So there are just a lot of things not going quite right for Sarah here. And when it comes to that big finish, well, it looks like it's gonna be another unhappy ending for Jake.
I've had so many firsts with you. My first date, my first proper kiss, and my first relationship here, but no, I can't be your girlfriend.
But okay though, if you came here looking for someone to reach the finish line, look no further than with our other couples. As, despite getting grilled by Brooklyn's parents and having so little time with Brooklyn, Lane shockingly gets down on one knee to say,
Would you be my girlfriend?
Yes!
Y'all, for a second there, my heart went up into my throat, because I thought, no way. No way! And while the update on these two is unknown at the moment, I will say they don't follow each other online, yet they do follow the other cast, so someone might have already returned that promise ring. And then last but not least, there's Rachel and Michael. Now before the last couple of days, these two did enter the love shack, but here they could really only do a bit of cuddling, cause Rachel has serious issues with physical intimacy, even though she's super into Michael. So they're working on it. But when they have to go back and live together, and Michael is freaking out worrying about screwing things up, yeah, he's looking in the mirror and pointing to himself going,
You hold it together.
Cause someone here needs to be the calm one, and Rachel's not going to get comfortable if he's also having a panic attack. Luckily, Michael is able to hold it together, and things do get somewhat physical. But that is as far as things are going this season. And despite Michael having some concerns over them having a long-distance relationship, at the end of the season, Michael meets up with Rachel and...
And it's not easy for me to say this. I'd be a fool to end this. We have something so good.
So there you have it. Michael actually did it. From epic boob to epic win. Although these two are also not following each other while following other cast members, so unless that's something the show's making them do, I think pretty much every single person from this season is walking away still saying,
Virgin Girl Power Unite!
So overall, this season was pretty much your typical reality TV dating stuff, but virgin. And there's a bunch I didn't even cover here, like this lady who basically has no matches the whole season and no interest in almost anyone, but she does have a bunch of quotable moments.
He seems mature for his age, he's intelligent, and he's attractive. And I try not to objectify men, but I did notice a bulge.
So I did bets on some of the coupling here, without money, of course, since people are religious.
I learned that when I get back on the next flight to Miami, I am banging the first person at the airport because I do not want to be a part of the virgin community anymore.
However, I will say a few things tripped me up. So this is from the creators of Love Island, and they have Colton and Caitlin do the whole narration thing, but their delivery is not quite at the same level as the narrator from Love Island.
Noah can barely manage 2 girls. How he organized that arc with 2 of every animal, I'll never know. I heard below deck, it was chaos.
Also, the preview messed me up, because it was really misleading, and I thought there was going to be a lot more spice to the season, so when everything they teased didn't quite happen, or it proved to be a preview fake-out, I just went, oh. And I guess my expectations were tampered with. But if you want reality TV that isn't as hyper-focused on boning, well then, unlike every single contestant on this show's sex life, feel free to actually give it a try. So that's it for this recap of Are You My First? Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And until next time, Bachelor Fantake out.
Rachel is by far the best looking girl, in my opinion. Epic boob,